Hello everyone, welcome. So finally I have completely revamped my starter base. Um, if you remember, there was like lots of like scattered like small stuff. There was my hub over here and lots of like biomass generators, like, everything, and lots of like starter setup over here on the ground. I completely revamped it. I have completed that. So this is like the final builds, like for all the starter stuff. Like I have screws, rods, plates, and there is what is this? So this is uh, reinforced iron plates, and then there is like rotors, and then there's stuff for modular frame. So everything is complete. So this is my like starter base completely revamped. I sort of gave this, as I mentioned, a very crude, chaotic look because as I was building this, I was not planning anything. But the one thing which is planned is sort of like blueprints. So I was able to make all the blueprints for everything that I wanted. So here I have iron ingot, copper ingot, and all the important stuff, like every single small stuff that you can put it into blueprint. I have put it into blueprint. In fact, I have two alternate recipe blueprints, which is quite nice. Steel pipe is quite important, so I have that. The rest, it's usually the most important recipe, like is what I'm using to make the blueprints. And as I can see, so in the description, it just says what's the input, what is the output. As easy as that. So if I want something like some build, I need like 90 wire, then I'll just look at this and I'll see that, okay, 60 copper over to 120 wire. Do I want to use this? If I can, I'll just use it. If not, I'll try to look at alternate recipe, because there is something like iron wire and etc. If that is abundant, I can do that. And if I'm constantly using something outside this blueprint, I'll think of making that as a blueprint. So I'll increase the blueprints over here based on my needs. But as of now, this entire factory was built using blueprints. So for example, that's a blueprint, that's a blueprint, that's a blueprint. So everything is blueprint. So I did check if the blueprints are working well. The one good thing about blueprint is you can put all the customization into the blueprint when you do it. Meaning that like you can color your stuff, you can put wires, you can like put foundation stuff, customizer foundation stuff, all of that, which is quite nice, and I really like it. So that's one of the one other advantage of using blueprints, apart from it just decreasing the time it takes to build these stuff. It also helps you like make your builds look a lot better very quickly and easily. So yeah, so this is my starter base, and then there is a small setup for concrete, which is nice. And then in copper, I did put some stuff over here, which is like copper sheets and cables, right? All of these builds are perfectly balanced, so that's one thing which I like. And also the throughput is a lot more. Previously, I did not have enough throughput as I have now, but now I have a lot more throughput. Like I'm getting a lot more reinforced iron plates, rotors, modular frames, etc. And everything is independent, meaning that there is like the output of this rotor does not go into modular frames at all. Or for example, output of this reinforced iron plates, right? It does not go anywhere. It's just the end. So and all of the inputs to this are independent to each other. So it's not dependent on anything else. So if there is less throughput for anything, it means that I just need to have another build for the same. There is nothing like because that thing is being used somewhere else, so the current throughput is lower. Nothing like that is happening. So that is nice. Also, I was able to. So it's just taking 120 iron ore per minute over there, and this here is taking 180 iron ore. This is like overclocked once. I think I'm using like 165 iron ore over here. I'm not using entire 180. But yeah, there is a lot more things that I can add. Like I can basically double this, right? Like I can have 300 per minute if I like overclock it 3 times. So there is a lot more juice that I can get from that node, but I really don't need it. There's one more iron ore node, normal iron ore, which is just sitting there. But yeah, apart from that, I did put some stuff over here. I was building sort of like a base that I wanted. So in this playthrough, I'm approaching this a lot differently, meaning that my main base will sort of, so I took a look at the map, right? So here was my starter base, like everything initially. And here there is a sort of like a valley. It goes all the way down here, and then there is a huge cliff and all of that. I felt like I really wanted to build something like over here and here across the valley, overlooking the valley, and the view also is beautiful over here. So I will be building my factory over here and then on the other side of the valley and connect it using belts and walkways and all of that. And I'll make a train run down there, which will be awesome, overlooking this entire thing. So train will go there and go all the way up using ramps or something. It'll be awesome. So, and this build will not be too big, meaning that I won't be building any factories over here. So this is not a place where I store all the stuff. All the stuff that I store will usually be in its own independent factories like that. But getting all the resources will be a pain if everything is all the way over there, right? So I am thinking of bringing just some resources, some important resources to my main base and store it as a central storage, but I will think about it. I'm not too worried right now because right now everything is very close by. I can just run there, and that setup is completely covered with hypertubes, so I can just quickly navigate over there, and everything is close by. And this is sort of closer to the other build, which is status and stuff, which is over there, so I can just directly run. So I made this ramp. I was basically running to and fro from here to there to get steel beams and stuff. So yeah, so this will be sort of like my base. I have my hub over here and everything. One important feature of this is like I sort of like panned this based on the cliff side, like whatever shape the cliff had, I just followed it. So I basically did not think even a little bit. I just followed the base, this cliff till here and done. That's it. That's my base shape of the base. The most crude looking base ever. And that's the theme that I'm going for, right? Like the most chaotically planned base. So yeah, I think it's working out well. So over here is a different setup. Basically over here, I moved the biomass and using leaves, wood, everything is perfectly balanced. It goes all the way over there and becomes solid biofuel. Right now I have zero use for that, but it's just there. It's sort of like fallback in case something happens to power and all of that. And over here is the important one. So here is alien protein, which gets converted to alien DNA capsule and then which gets finally stored. So each of the hog remains, stinger remains, spitter remains, all of those gets converted. And over here, I have 3 storages for that. In the future, I know that I'll be getting some advanced splitters, like programmable splitters and everything. So when I get that, I will put that over there and just automatically split it to each of their storages and it'll go there, so that I don't have to individually go over here to each of these storages and put it in there. Instead, I can just come here, put whatever I want over here, the splitter splits it up properly and it goes to its appropriate place. So that's the plan for future, but it will be very late game, end game stuff, so nothing as of now. So yeah, I think the blueprints are done. Everything is perfectly done. Some of these blueprints are really nice. The numbers are really nice because previously the numbers were not that good, and also the recipe that I'm using is like very efficient, right? So some of these recipes, and like for example 30 iron ore is 120 screws, 30 iron ore 2.4 rotors. Like this recipe, these sorts of recipes are very nice. In the future, whichever needs rotor, I'll just plop this down and done. If I need, like for example 8 rotors, I'll plop like 4 of these down and that should be done. 120 iron ore, that's all I need to think about. All I need to think about in the future is like where is the iron ore node, how much iron ore do I need to bring. So like all of these, it just goes from raw ore to final product. That is all I need to know, which is nice. So yeah, blueprints are coming out well. As of now, with all the parts unlocked, I have individual factories for each of these, and I have blueprints. I don't have blueprints for encased industrial beams because it's just steel pipes and concrete, so I don't know if I need to make one. And for stators, it's Yeah, it's just wire and like the numbers are very small. So I haven't done anything for status and motors as of now in terms of blueprint. If I unlock some alternate recipes, I'll take a look at it. But even status, there is no alternate recipe even. I have a zero criterium nodes. So quick wire is out of question. So I did not make any blueprints. But yeah, everything is looking good. I'm perfectly in place to like unlock new stuff. Basically, I have completed all automation for all tier 3, tier 4 stuff. I have completed blueprints, have revamped my starter base, and everything is looking good. I'm really happy. Like I did not want to rush through stuff and struggle later on, like unlock tier 4, 5, 6, all of that before like automating everything. Now that I have done this, I feel a lot more ease with myself. So yeah, the next thing will be just get space elevator parts, automate that, and yeah, unlock the space elevator stuff, which is phase 2. Yo, I was just coming, I was just doing some exploration, right? So I came all the way from my base, which is over here to get some quartz node going because I need them for like some MAM stuff. So I got like Mercer Sphere and I killed a couple of stuff and I came here and I saw this. This is the first time I'm seeing this creature. I have never seen that. It was not there in early access. And I'm just looking around at like... At first I thought it's like a new type of plant or something. And then... No, it's an actual creature. Like, I'm a little bit afraid to actually... Let's just check it out. It might not, it might be like a bean, for example. Oh, it is like a bean. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed, but oh yeah, I can kill it. Very similar to bean. Okay. Can I also jump on its back? No. Very interesting. But yeah, this creature is brand new. Like, this was not there in early access. So, okay, so there are new types of creatures and stuff. And it did not drop anything. Okay, so there are like new animals. I wonder if there are like new types of enemies because this is the first new creature that I have seen since early access. Okay, quartz node is right here. Yeah, so I will get like a quartz node going. I need it for MAM research stuff, but this was really interesting. This was awesome. Okay, I can look forward to new things while exploration. Yeah, this is awesome. Awesome.